All right, so this lesson is on conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is a way to make cells behave in a specific manner based on some set standards that you've uh, established. So you have before you in a spreadsheet. You open up, it was one called conditional formatting. It's in Classroom, and it's got an example. In that example, I've got a bunch of numbers and cells. They're very pretty. I see one's blank though, so that's going to drive me nuts. It's probably a six. I'll leave it as a six. So start out with this blank sheet. It just got a bunch of numbers in it. What we're going to do is turn this into a picture using conditional formatting. So I've already set up the cell sizes so they'd be squared up. You'll notice each square is kind of more, or each cell is more of a square now than it normally is. And I did that on the tab Your Art, where you're eventually going to make yours. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the All Cell button. It's that 1 to 1000 up there, so it takes everything. And I'm going to do Format, Conditional Formatting. It's going to bring me up a menu to the right over here that says single color, color scale. Now, color scale is fun, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do single color, and we're going to format cells specifically based on their contents. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the format rules. If the cell is exactly, if the text in the cell is exactly a specific case, in this case 1, I want to do two things. I want to format that cell to have a dark blue, and I want to make the text, so over here the text color, I want to make it the same thing, so I'll get rid of all the little ones. And then I'll press done. So at the bottom of my thing, it's all turned blue. Really pretty. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 2. And about soon here, you'll figure out exactly what I'm making here. So I'm going to add another rule. And this rule is going to be based on the cell containing where the text is exactly 2. And in that case, I'm going to want it to be green. And I'm going to want the text to be green. Again, so I get rid of all those numbers. Maybe you haven't figured it out yet. And I'm going to press done. Now, my next one is the color 3. So if the cell is exactly the value of 3, I'm going to make it black. And I'll have to do the text this time because the text is already black. And I'm going to say done. Do you see it yet? All right. We're going to add another one. So again, format rules. We're still over here. If you can't get here, remember it's format, conditional formatting, and it'll bring up this side menu. So this one is, if the cell is exactly, we want it 4. If it's exactly 4, we want it to be white, and we want the text to be white. Oh, somewhere I didn't type 4 here. Yay. Okay. We're done. Now we're going to go 5. So, whoops. I deselected by selecting a cell, so I need to reselect all. Now I'm going to go 5. So if the cell is exactly 5, I'm going to make it yellow and the text yellow. And I'm done. And then lastly, I've just got 6s. That's why I knew that one was a 6 out there. My last rule I'm going to add is if the cell is exactly 6, I want to make it a very light blue. I'm actually going to pick the blue right here under that, and I'm going to make the text the same color of that light blue. And I'm done. And you'll see, I've got a lovely picture of a frog. I know you're completely excited. It's a frog. That's what it is. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to make a picture out of numbers and conditional formatting. All right, so when you finish the froggy, let's move to your art. Now you're going to make a picture. Your picture must have no less than 5 colors, and it must be a picture. It can't just be 5 bloppy colors. You don't have to make it any bigger than this. Probably the easiest way to start on this is do some conditional formatting. I'm going to make a butterfly. So I've got all my cells selected. Remember, that's that button up there. And I'm going to start out just by doing conditional formatting. So format, conditional formatting, it's already open up there. And my butterfly is going to have orange wings. So text is exactly, I'm going to go with 1. I'm going to change my color to an orange. And again, my text to an orange. And I'm going to say done. Now, I'm going to definitely have some black, probably for the body and some other stuff. So I'm going to change mine to text is exactly 2. And I'm going to make that my black. Remember, I'm doing both the text, and I don't have to do the text on that one because it's black. I'm going to add another color. We'll put some blue spots on my butterfly. So is exactly 3. And I said I was going to put some blue spots on my butterfly and make my text matches. Okay. So now, right now, my canvas is ready. I can do things. So let's first start with the body. So black is 2. So I type 2. Not a very fancy thing. It's got a body though. Now my orange is 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I go over here and drop down. Skip one there. Go over here and get another one. And one more out. It's kind of funny as I type it, the colors disappear. That is probably the easiest way. You can try and do it like the first one did, where it started out like that. Now I'm going to give a round off here. But I'm going to start dropping some colors here because I want some of the outside wing parts. And then I'll come in, leaving some space to make it roundy. Ah, lovely. Now I got to put them on the other side. Just following the pattern. It's nice that butterflies happen to be symmetrical. I'm just using the up arrow to move around. You can use the mouse, but it takes a long time when you're doing the mouse. And you go up 1, right? That. My butterfly is not going to have a lot of dimension to him because he's quick. Where am I at here? Oh, I went too much in there. I didn't just saw that. I cut a little too much. Ooh. Here's where I got stuff in there. So I'll backspace this out. That was easy enough. Oh. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Come in here. 1, 1, 1. Somewhere I did something wrong. Well, that's where I did something wrong. Not doing well on duplicating the sides of a butterfly, am I? Good thing backspace is pretty easy to do. And there's my 2 sides of the butterfly. Now I want some blue spots. So that's my 3. So I just change these around. Now my butterfly is pretty good. Not perfect, but you can see I quickly made art out of that. So your job is to make it with 5 colors and make a picture, and then turn this one in. It'll have both the example in your art. Turn this one in classroom. All right. Good luck.